Hi everyone, today I present to your attention the 5 most dangerous dinosaurs. Enjoy watching. 1. Tyrannosaurus. It would be fair to start with him. Even if the tyrant lizard was not the most deadly prehistoric predator, it turned out to be the most legendary dinosaur of our day. And it's not just about popular culture, although it certainly played a role. Tyrannosaurus was indeed among the most terrible dinosaurs. The largest of the complete skeletons of this creature gives a very concrete idea of its size. Its length was 12.3 meters, and its height was 4 meters. Such a lizard weighed a little less than 7 tons. According to calculations, the rear teeth of an adult lion closed with a force of up to 37 kilonewtons, which is about 15 times greater than that of an adult lion. All this suggests that the Tyrannosaurus was a kind of apex predator of the late Cretaceous period. It was also one of the last lizard dinosaurs in general. A kind of pinnacle of evolution of predatory lizards. Another theory says that before us is just a scavenger, who, due to his size, could not hunt normally. Although most scientists question this conclusion. In general, like other creatures from the Tyrannosaurid family, representatives of the Tyrannosaurid genus walked on 2 legs, had short front, arms, a massive head and a long tail. Now this genus includes 1 species, Tyrannosaurus rex. 2. Spinosaurus. As dangerous as T-Rex was, however, there was a larger predatory lizard. His name is Spinosaurus. Representatives of this genus lived in the Cretaceous period about 100 million years ago. A distinctive feature of this dinosaur in the spine, which has elongated long processes that reached 2 meters in height. Thus, on the back of the dinosaur was a kind of sail. He probably performed the functions of thermoregulation, or he needed it to attract partners for mating. Spinosaurus skeletons have been found in North Africa. The most famous species, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, was found in Egypt. Meanwhile, these dinosaurs continued to keep their secrets. For example, it is not entirely clear what was the size of the largest representatives of this species. Based on individual remains found, some experts argue that the pangolins reached a length of 18 meters. Thus, the largest spinosaurs could significantly exceed the size of tyrannosaurs. Spinosaurus had a long, narrow snout and walked on 2 or 4 limbs. In popular culture, it is represented as a double of T-Rex. However, apparently, their way of life was very different. The structure of the skeleton suggests that we have before us a kind of huge crocodile. Apparently, spinosaurs led a semi-aquatic lifestyle and were fish-eating predators. 3. Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus is one of the 3 largest carnivorous dinosaurs. Like other theropods, it walked on 2 legs. Giganotosaurs lived in the late Cretaceous period. If we talk about size, then the largest of the specimens found reached a length of 13.2 meters. As you can see, the dimensions of the dinosaur are comparable to those of T-Rex. Meanwhile, scientists still consider the latter to be a more dangerous predator. Unlike Tyrannosaurus, Giganotosaurus did not have developed binocular vision. His brain was also smaller in volume. All this suggests that the Giganotosaurus was more primitive from an evolutionary point of view. But this does not mean at all that the meeting with this lizard did not promise big problems for herbivorous sauropods. Giganotosaurus is a member of the Carcharodontosaurid family. This also includes another very similar lizard, also living in the Cretaceous period and, presumably, reaching 12.5 meters in length. This is a Carcharodontosaurus, described in 1927. Thus, Giganotosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, Tyrannosaurs and Spinosaurs are the largest carnivorous dinosaurs known to science. 4. Dinonicus. The evolution of predatory dinosaurs went not only along the path of increasing the size of these creatures. Some she endowed with speed, intelligence and a huge claw. It is thanks to the claw that Dinonicus got its name. The claw was located on the 2nd finger of the hind limbs. However, it is still unclear whether it was used for hunting. Some believe that due to the lack of cutting edges, it was difficult to maim the victim with the claw. The length of the dinosaur could reach 3.5 meters, and weight 70 kilograms. He could probably run at speeds of over 40 kilometers per hour. The structure of this creature is a kind of compromise between speed and physical strength. We can see something similar in the example of big cats. There is reason to believe that the lizard was warm-blooded, and its body was covered with feathers, like modern birds. Actually, the dinosaur's forelimbs were very similar to wings, although, of course, he could not fly. Dinonicus and other similar creatures provide clear evidence that birds evolved from dinosaurs. Interestingly, In the movie Jurassic Park, Deinonychus is called a velociraptor. Meanwhile, Velociraptor is very different from Deinonychus. It is much smaller, up to 1.8 meters in length, and has a number of progressive anatomical features. 5. Utahraptor. Imagine a dinosaur similar to Deinonychus, but reaching a length of 7 meters. Utahraptor was such a creature, fast, strong and endowed with good, if we talk about dinosaurs' intellectual abilities. He lived about 130 to 120 million years ago, and his remains were found in North America. As with its relative, Deinonychus, this dinosaur had 2 large claws on the second toe of its hind feet. And again, their structure does not allow us to say with certainty that they were used for hunting. Be that as it may, this dinosaur was very dangerous. Based on the fact that Utahraptors hunted in packs, they posed a deadly threat to even the largest predators. Many believe that we have nothing less than the top predator of the early Cretaceous period. It is interesting how our understanding of such creatures has changed as new scientific discoveries have been made. If earlier both Deinonychus and Utahraptor were represented without feathers, you can recall any of the films in the Jurassic Park series, now they have become like giant birds. That's all. If you liked it, push like button, subscribe and click on the bell. Have a good day.